Hey guys, Wandering Shell here, and once again we're going to be doing Marvel United painting, this time with The Thing. I don't know his actual name, but he's The Thing, and he's made of rocks, and he's orange. Cheeto flavored, maybe. Anyway, so, speaking of Cheeto, I did paint him starting out with orange, because his main base of it seemed orange colored. And then highlight with yellows and stuff like that, and you'll see that later on. But in the meantime, he is literally a Cheeto. Yeah, while I was painting I realized he looked like a Cheeto because he's so orange, and there was a lot of orange of him. Anyway, so once again doing another painting of Fantastic Four. And he seemed like he was more complicated because how big he is, but he's actually not that big. Compared to the Hulk one that I did, he's tiny. Which is kind of sad to think about, like how big and macho, like he busts through walls. And he's not that big. But he is going to be the next one I do. Mr. Fantastic hasn't even been prime yet, so I can't even get him done. And Fireboy, or the Human Torch, he's clear. He's a clear looking model, so I really don't want to mess around with it. So all I'm going to do is maybe paint where like the 4 is for the Fantastic Four, or like his suit a little bit if you can see it. But even then, like, I don't want to mess around with a clear character like the Invisible Girl, Sue Storm. Her character, her figure is see-through. There's a section of it where it's see-through. I don't want to ruin that look to it, because the people who made these models took the time to do it like that. I don't want to ruin it for them. So I might just leave him alone. That's also going to happen with the Silver Surfer, because Silver Surfer's in this box group too, and he's going to have that same situation. So there's actually not that many for Fantastic Four, which is kind of sad. But maybe stay tuned. I might be doing Doctor Doom though. Or is it Doctor Doom? Oh no. Anyway, so after finished doing the base coat of the Thing, I did do a soft tone throughout the whole thing, and you can see all the little details of the stone carving of him, like little pieces of the stone. It's actually really cool. So after doing that, I did dry brushing. Basically what dry brushing is, you put a tiny little bit of paint, take most of it off, and just kind of waft the paintbrush on the model, just so it gets the raised sections. And I went through this technique throughout the whole thing, so he doesn't look like a Cheeto anymore. He kind of looks more orange stone like, and then I went back and added more yellow into places that are more raised, so like that light effect will show more. And he honestly came out really good for where he started at as like a Cheeto. I'm gonna keep calling him a Cheeto now. I'm so sorry. He is now officially a Cheeto. So went through, dry brushed the whole thing, and I did kind of lose a little bit of that tone, that dark, the strong tone on the bottom in between the rocks, but it stayed in there for the most part, which is good. Literally went through the whole thing, and then going back over and over to sections that are lighter and you can see it more in the sun. Like for this, for example, I did go back and put a little bit more yellow to make that light effect, because the light is shining on top of him. So I gave him that look, a little yellow in the face. And don't worry, I do go back and fix his mouth and stuff, because he has white teeth and white eyes. So I did go back and fix that. And I also did a little bit to get more light effect, is adding white to the yellow at little pieces like that, and where like it really hits him in the yellow. I wanted to really show that light effect. So another thing you can do to make a kind of a gradient effect is using dry brush and then kind of smear it in a way to give that effect. So now I'm up to his pants, and it looks like I'm redoing basically his whole pants. In a way I am, but you can kind of see the undertone of that dark deep blue that I use for the base of it. And then I'm doing like a crystal blue as a highlight. So it does look like I'm just redoing the whole thing, but there is that deep blue underneath, because with these paints, if you had a white underneath, the blue will pop more, but because of having that deep blue underneath, it's gonna make it a little darker than what you think it is. So always keep in mind on that when you're doing the like a base coats, or not base coat, base primer, what color you're going to use, because that will affect what the paint's going to do. I combined white and the crystal blue together to make it even more of a highlight, especially where his butt is. And then I went back to his belt that was black, because of me dry brushing lost all that dark color of it, so I had to go back and fix that. And I put a little deep blue as a highlight for the black. As always, keep in mind, even black needs highlights, and deep blue or purple can really benefit that. And of course I went back and I fixed his mouth and actually painted each individual tooth. Crazy. But I did go back, fix that. Then I tried to do a little bit of the dry brushing on his base. Honestly, I did wolf gray to make that stone look, and I kind of wish I had more lighter color to start out with, like that one, but unfortunately I didn't think to mix it, so I just did a dry brush of that color, because you'll see it in little stones. But here's the final results. I hope you guys enjoyed. Nice, quick, easy, the thing. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff for some more painting from me, Wandering Shell. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.